All right, so welcome to this video. My name is Tutor Solutions from Discrete Learning Institute. And in today's video, we're going to look at questions from tutorial sheet 4, and the course is Introduction to Probability. So if you take this course, then this video is definitely for you. Kindly also share it with any of your friends that are taking this course. All right, so now tutorial sheet 4 is going to look at questions from the continuous distributions. Okay, there's also a little bit of discrete random variables and how to find the expected value. We're going to look at joint distributions. Okay, how to find the probability using the joint distributions, how to find the expected values. Okay, how to find the expected value of x, y, how to find the covariance. We are going to look at all that. Okay, we'll also look at continuous distributions in detail, okay, like the uniform distribution, the exponential distribution. We're going to look at questions on the gamma distribution, how to find the mean, the kth moment, and the like. And we're also going to look at questions that have to do with the normal approximation to the binomial distributions. Okay, and then we'll go to the joint probability functions, marginal distributions, conditional distributions, conditional variance. We're going to see how we can find all that. Okay, we also find the joint PDF, finding the constant K of a joint PDF. We also find the covariance and correlation coefficients. Okay, we'll also look at proofs that have to do with the covariance and correlation and conditional expectation and the what and the variance. Okay, so you can see all these questions here. We are going to look at them step by step. And by the end of the videos, you should be able to know how to answer each and every question that you can actually see from here. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, let us begin solving some of these questions here. So in this video, we're going to be looking at a question on how to find the probability function of x as well as the expected value of what? X. Okay, so let's read the question. So they're saying a collection of 30 gems, all of which are identical in appearance and are supposed to be genuine diamonds, actually contain 8 worthless stones. The genuine diamonds are valued at $1,200 each. So 2 gems are selected. Let X be the total actual value of the gems selected. A, find the probability function of X. B, find the expected value of X. Right, so let's collect the data that we've been given here. So we are told we have a total number, okay, of 30 gems. And then of these 30 gems, okay, we have been told that 8 are worthless or they are fake. So meaning that 22, okay, are going to be the what? Are going to be real or genuine. So if a diamond is worthless, okay, then the value that is going to have, okay, the value that is going to have will just be $0, okay, because it's worthless. And then if it's real, the value that is going to have will just be 1,200 what? Dollars. So this is the situation that we have. And then we are being told that out of these 30 gems, okay, 2 are selected. Okay, 2 are selected and they're saying let X be equals to the total value of the 2 stones or gems selected. Okay, total value of gems selected. So now we are asked to find the probability function of X. Okay, so to find the probability function of X, we just have to find the possible values of this X, okay, and also their probabilities, okay. Once we do that, then we'll be done with the probability function of X. Okay, so what we are finding is something like this. This will be the probability function, okay. I have something, I have my X value here, and then here I have the probability of X. Okay, so we just have to find the values of x that it can take. Okay, and then once we have the values, we find its probability. Okay, then once we have find the probability, we put them in this table. We'll be done finding the probability what function of x. Okay, so a probability function in this case will be in form of a table. All right, so where can we start? Okay, so we have been told that two gems are selected. Okay, out of this 30, we've been told two are selected. Okay, so x is the total value of the gems selected. Okay, so we have three scenarios here. Okay, so if both, okay, if both gems that are selected, two of them are selected, okay, if both are fake, then what will be the value of x? Okay, remember x is the total value of the gems that are selected. So if both are fake, okay, then it will mean that for the first one, which is fake, we have $0. For the other one, we have $0. So 0 plus 0, it means my x there will just be what? 0. Okay, what if I have one fake and um, one real or original? Okay, so this one which is fake has 0. This one which is real or original has 1,200. So it means the value of x will just be 0 plus 1,200, which will just be what? 1,200. And then the last scenario is two of them, okay? Or both are, let me just write both are real. So if both are real, okay, then each of them has a value of 1,200. So it means two of them were just going to be what? 2400. Okay, so these are the possible values of x. These ones that I've listed here. Okay, so we're just remaining finding the probability of this value of x, probability of this value of x, probability of this value of x, and then we put it in a table. That will be our probability what? Function. So I'll write them here. So x is equals to 0, x is equals to 1,200, x is equals to 2400. Okay, so let me erase this. So remember, when my x is 0, okay, it means the two gems that I've selected, okay, are what? The two gems that I've selected are from the worthless gems, okay? If my x is 1,200, it means I have one worthless and one what? Genuine or real. If my x is 2,400, okay, it means two of them are what? Are real or genuine. So that's the situation that we have, okay? So now to find the probability, okay, to find the probability, we are going to be using combinations here. So remember, the total was 30, okay? The worthless ones were 8. And then the genuine ones or the real ones, let me put R, they're 22. Okay, so to find the probability that x is equals to 0, remember when x is equals to 0, then we have two worthless ones. Okay, so this probability will be the probability of selecting 2 from the 8 here that I have, two worthless ones. Okay, so it means from the real ones, I'm just going to select what? 0. And then this will be my favorable probability. I divide this by the total probability. So I'm selecting what? 2 from 30. That's the total probability. So it will be 30 combine what? 2. So what you need to do now here is just punch these things onto your what? Your calculator. Okay. So 22 combine 0, any number combine 0, this is just 1. And then 8 combine 2. Okay. When I put that on my calculator, it's giving me 28 divided by 30 combined 2, it's giving me 435. Okay, so counter check with your calculator as well. So it means the probability that x is equals to 0 is just simply 28 over 435. All right, we're done with that one. All right, so now let's find the probability of selecting x is equals to 1,200. Okay, we are just from finding probability that x is equals to 0. So now we go to the probability that x is equals to 1,200. So this probability, okay, simply means we are selecting one worthless one and one real one or genuine one. So it means from the 8, I select 1 And then from the 22, I also select 1 divided by, okay, from the 30, which is the total, I'm just selecting 2. So this is going to give me what? Okay, so 8 combine 1, it's simply 8 multiplied by 22 combine 1 is 22 divided by 30 combine 2, it's simply 435. So this is actually going to give me 176 divided by 435. Okay, so the probability that x is equals to 1200, it's giving me 176 divided by 435. All right, let's calculate the probability that x is equals to 2400. So probability that x is equals to 2400. Okay, so when the value of x is 2400, then we are selecting 2 real ones. So from the worthless ones, we are going to select 0. Okay, then from the 22, we select 2 divided by 30, we select 2. So this is going to be equals to 8 combined 0 is simply 1, and then 22 combine 2, okay, 22 combine 2 is going to give me 231 divided by 435. Okay, so this is the probability that x is equals to 2400, which is just 231 divided by 435. So now we can draw our distribution, our probability function of x. So we're going to say A will be equals to, so we draw a table here. We put the x values and their probability. So here I'm going to put x, here I'm going to put probability of what? X. So if x is 0, then the probability we found it was 28 over 435. If x is 1200, then the probability was 176 divided by 435. And then if x is 2400, the probability will simply be 231 over 435. Okay, so this here is our probability function for x. So it will be in form of a table. All right, and then B, we are asked to find the expected value of x. So this one is very simple. We're just summing the product of the value of x and its probability. So the first one will be 0 multiplied by this. So it will be 0 multiplied by 28 over 435. Okay, let me write it properly. 435 plus 1200 multiplied by 176 over 435 plus 2400 multiplied by 231 over 435. Right, so that's what we have. So let's expand to find the value of expected of x. So expected of x is equals to, the first one here, this just becomes 0 plus, okay, use your calculator here. I'm getting, okay, I'm getting 21200 over 435 plus here, if I punch that on my calculator, I'm getting 554400 divided by 435. Okay, so counter check with your own calculator, and then we're just adding this. So the denominators are the same, so we're just adding the numerators there. So this plus this, my calculator says 765600. Okay, and then from there, you can just divide to find your expected value. So the expected value, or the average, will just be equals to 1760. Okay, so this is the expected value of x, okay, or the average price. So you can say the average value, okay, of those gems that you have would just be $1,760. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to access the full video solutions for that paper, you can find them at discretelearning.com. All right, so I'm Tutor Poul Solutions, as I said earlier, from Discrete Learning Institute. And Discrete Learning Institute offers supplementary lessons for A number of courses. Okay, so those courses include linear algebra. You can see here there is financial mathematics, introduction to statistics, introduction to probability, introduction to real analysis, and analytical geometry and calculus. Okay, so if you're having challenges with any of these courses, you are free to subscribe with our website, and you're going to find helpful materials on our website. And in each of the courses that you can see here, when you subscribe with the Discrete Learning Institute, you're going to access solutions to quizzes and tests. You're going to access solutions to tutorial sheets. Okay, you're going to access solutions to final exam past papers. You access solutions to assignments. Okay, and also we are going to provide topic lessons, concept lessons, and the like. We will also allow you to consult from us. So meaning that if you are watching some of our videos, okay, on YouTube or on the website and you don't understand anything, you can simply direct inbox us. Okay, you can DM us and we'll be able to help you just get a clear picture of whatever concept that you are trying to get. Okay, so these are the services that we offer, and we are available to help you if you have any challenges in any of them. Okay, so let me show you the website. Okay, for those who have never seen the website, I can show you the website here. So you just open Chrome and then type in discrete learning.com, and then you go to the website. Okay, so you just wait for it to load and ta-da, you are inside the website. So this is our website here. This is how it looks like. But if you're a first-time user, it's going to actually ask you to create an account for yourself. So you just put in the normal details, your name, your email, you set your password, and then when you log in, you will see something like this. Okay, so we offer a range of courses. So if you know anyone who is in first year, we do offer first year courses. Anyone who's doing a medical program, pharmacy, biomed, nursing, we also have lessons on that. And then we have lessons on second year mathematical courses, third year mathematical courses, and soon fourth year mathematical courses. So it all depends on whatever lessons you are looking for. So you can see on top here, we have these filters to help you just navigate through the website. So if you're in second year, just come and click here, second year math courses. So we click second year math courses, and you are going to see that it's going to take us to where the courses are. So these are the second year math courses that we currently have, and more will be added to the website. So you can see there's linear algebra, intro to real analysis, analytical geometry and calculus. Some call it Math 2100, Introduction to Probability and Statistics, Financial Mathematics, Stats and Probability for Economic students. Okay, so you can subscribe for any of these courses and we'll be able to help you, okay, prepare for your assessments and for your final exam. So for example, if I open this course here, you'll see that I'll find exam papers, I'll find tutorial sheets, I'll find some topic lessons, and all the help materials that we've uploaded there to just ease um, your academic pressure. Okay, so don't delay. Just head over to discretelearning.com and subscribe for any course of your choice to access helpful materials as you are preparing for your assessments, for your exams, for your tests, and for quizzes. Okay, so if you want to subscribe, you can actually just check the description in the video below. Okay, it's going to show you a link to our website, a link to a video that helps you create an account if you don't know, and a link to a video that will tell you how to actually subscribe for this course and enjoy the materials that we have. Okay, but if you want to contact me, please do. My number is 0779 96 40 and then 10. So that is Tutor Poul Solutions. You'll be able to reach me when you inbox or call that number. All right, so thank you so much for watching. This has been Tutor Poul Solutions. Until next time, always there for you.